Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my review, and there will be swatches, like pictures of swatches at the end, of these new Wet n Wild Color Icon Holiday Edition, like their limited edition palettes for this holiday season. There are 4 of them, and I did buy all 4, so I'll just really quickly show you each of them. This one is Golden Goddess, this one is Sugar Plum Fairy, this one is Night Elf, and this one is Snow Sprite. And the one really annoying thing about these is that they don't have names printed on the package. So you can see here I've just like written in like metallic permanent marker the names on each of them. And you know, they're distinct enough that I think you could probably remember them, but I don't really understand why they did that. Now, they do also come with eyeliners. I can't find them. I didn't think that I threw them away, but they might have accidentally gotten thrown away. But they're basically just a little tiny eyeliner pencil. I don't actually remember which color came with which palette either, but there was a silver, a black, like a golden brown, and a purple, I believe. Maybe there was a blue, I don't remember. But anyway, each of them comes with like a metallic sparkly eyeliner as well, and they are $4.99, which is just the regular price of one of these palettes. $4.99 for, you know, the palette plus the little eyeliner. And in general, I am very impressed with these. If some of you saw like the haul where I got these, I also had gotten that giant Sephora palette thing. And these, honestly, in my opinion, are better quality than those. Those are very hard. They're, I haven't actually used those yet, but just swatching them, you can tell the difference. And I think that these go on much more smoothly, much more pigmented. They're easier to like pick up onto your brush. So I'll just sort of go through the palettes one by one. The first one that I'm going to talk about is Night Elf, and it looks like this. And I heard about these from Fashion Is My Crush, and so I think like one of the colors that a lot of people are sort of interested in is this one. Now this palette is just kind of random. So you have a silver, a red, and this red has some shimmer in it, and then like a really glittery black, like an ivory shimmery color, a taupey brown color, and then this really cool like iridescent color. And I believe, I'm not actually sure what the name is, I've heard people mention it, I think it's called blue-brown pigment from MAC, but you can see it's like this iridescent greenish blue, and then at certain lights it's just red. And so that is what it looks like on my hand. So you can see like right there it's just reddish brown, and then it goes to like this iridescent green and blue. And if you're interested in this color, I actually found this pretty much identical color. This is Intrepid. It's the L'Oreal Hip Pigment, and it's that same, I'm not going to swatch it. Well, okay, fine, I'll swatch it. So looks like that. Same sort of color. A little bit more pigmented, I think. And so yeah, if you're interested in this color, those are on clearance right now, at least at my CVS, for 75% off. So this thing right here was like $3.26, I believe, something like that. Anyway, so here's the palette. I'll swatch this red for you so you can see that there. It's actually pretty pigmented. You do have to, and none of these are going to be over a base, so that is it there, but you can see it's still definitely a red. And then this brown color here, really, really nice, like champagne-y taupe color, great for like all over the lid. It's right there. And again, there will be swatches of all of these at the end. And then the white color, just, you know, nice for like, it's a really pearlescent color, so you can use it for like a highlight right there. So in general, I do like this palette. The colors are nice, and it's nice to have like, you know, if you want like the red, and then I really like this brown, and then this color right here, but it's not really something that I think would be like just an everyday palette. And at least in my opinion, I don't really think that these necessarily coordinate. I mean, I guess they kind of could, but I definitely, you know, you can't just pair any of these colors together and come up with a look. So then the next one that I'm going to talk about is Sugar Plum Fairy, and in all of these, I think they're kind of like separated into two sides. Like with this one, not so much, but you know, you have these colors sort of are somewhat similar, and then these colors are sort of also similar in sort of some way, and then just these, like here you have the blues and the greens, and here it's not so separated, but here you just sort of have like a darker, more bronzy look and a lighter, more peachy gold look. So anyway, with these, I really like the look on this side. It's more of like a golden plummy color. This one is more of like a bright violet color. Now, one thing about all of these holiday palettes is that they don't have the same matte colors that the other ones had. So rather than being like matte and shimmer, it's sort of like, you know, look one, look two. So my favorite color from this one is this right here. It's sort of in like the plummy gold side, and that is what it looks like right there. It's so pretty. It definitely needs a base. I think all of these need a base, but it's right there. It's like a lavender with gold shimmer, so pretty. This dark one I'm not going to swatch because it kind of stains your finger, but it's this gorgeous like chocolatey plum with gold sparkle. It's so pretty. And then like this deep, it's sort of like an indigo purple kind of, like there's definitely a blue tone to it, and this is what it looks like here. Really nice. Now the white from this palette, let's see, the white is pretty chalky. Actually I think it might be like a really light lavender. It's pretty chalky and unpigmented, but the rest of the palette I think is pretty good. Okay, next is the Golden Goddess palette, and this is one of my favorites. It has, at first when I just looked at it like this, it looked like it might be sort of too golden, but there's this nice peachy shade up here, and then this like bronzy gold shade here. And then I really like this color as a highlight. I was watching Gina Bina Weena 99's review, and she said I think that this one looks sort of like NARS Albatross, so you can use it like as a highlighter. So yeah, I haven't really used these colors so much just because they're more of like the yellowy oranges. They're still really nice colors. You can see right there, but this one is more of like a yellowy, this one's more of an orange, and they're right there. They're just not colors that I wear so much. And then this one, again, it's like this deep, this deep chocolatey brown with gold shimmer. It's a really nice color, although I don't use dark colors all that often, but I find that, like yesterday I did a look with this one all over the lid, this as a highlight, this in the crease, and then this just like barely a little bit in the outer V, and it looked really nice. Then this last one I think is my favorite. This one is the Snow Sprite one, and this was the reason why I went out to buy all of them. Like, okay, now I need these. So like I mentioned before, it has like a blue side and a green side, and it has two darker colors. Let's see. So these two dark colors are so gorgeous. I absolutely cannot get over how gorgeous these are. This is like a really deep teal and like a really deep emerald green. Let's see if I can swatch these somewhere. So they look like that. I absolutely love this green color. And then I don't really even like blue shadows, but these, I like them. They're actually, the blue shadows are really similar, but I really like them. And so that is how they look right there. They're actually pretty similar, but they are, I mean, they're just slightly different, but you know, they come in the same palette, so you can't really avoid that. Then here are the two green colors, and so this one is more of like a seafoam green, and then this is more of like an iridescent bright green. See if I can find somewhere to swatch these. So yeah, there they are. Here's like the sort of iridescent, or the like seafoam green. Here's the sort of iridescent green. They're just a really nice quad. You can either make looks just out of these. Like the other day I put, I think, this blue color on the lid, and then this green color on like the inner part of the lid, and then this deep green in like the crease and outer V. It was just a really pretty look. Definitely a little bit more dramatic, but I still really like this palette. And yeah, so for all of these, I'm going to rate them individually, and these are my feelings. I think that overall all of these are good quality, but just sort of for how much I like them. So this is definitely like a 9. I really like these. I can wear the blues, so this is definitely a really nice palette for me. The Golden Goddess, also like a 9. I really like this. I wish that it included a less golden shade, but you know, Golden Goddess, the theme is obviously like golds and bronzes and peaches and just a really warm neutral color, so really like this. The purple one, I would rate this like a 7.5 or 8, Sugar Plum Fairy, just because I only really use this half of it. I don't use this half at all, but I really like, especially this shadow right here, really like it, so like 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Night Elf one, honestly, the main reason I bought it was for this color, and then the other day I found that L'Oreal Hip one, so if I'd had that one before, I probably would have bought it. But, you know, I think the main reasons for buying this one would be these two colors right here, and since I never wear reds on my eyes, so it's kind of nice to have, but I really don't think I'll use this. So for me, this is like a 3 or 4 out of 10, just, you know, for the amount of use I think I'll get out of it, but it's still good quality. If you're interested in these colors, recommend it, definitely. I really like this taupey color here, but other than that, there aren't any colors that I would just use on a regular basis. So this has been my review of the Wet n Wild Color Icon limited edition holiday palettes. I hope that you guys found this review helpful and that you can still find these if you're interested. If you're interested, definitely get out as soon as possible. Check. I found these at Walgreens. I've also heard people say that CVS and Rite Aid have them as well. So definitely get out there and check for them before they're all gone, because at least like when I was at my Walgreens, they were sort of hidden away, so make sure that you've checked like all of the various displays on the ends of the aisles and all that stuff, because they weren't with either the regular holiday items or just, you know, the Wet n Wild items. So make sure you look for them. Don't just give up right away when they're not with everything else. But like mine they only stocked 2 of each palette, so I just happened to grab like, I think there were 2 of the Night Elf one left, but I grabbed the last one of all of the rest of them. So yeah, definitely try to get out as soon as possible if you think you're interested, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.